Hey guys, and welcome back to part 2 of my terrain project. I think it's now been about a week since I started this, and as you can see it's changed quite a lot since last time. And you have to excuse me if I sound a bit strange. I've got a horrible cold and I feel rough as hell, but I've been determined to crack on with this and see if I can get it done fairly soonish. Otherwise it just means the kitchen table is going to be swallowed up by this forever if I don't get cracking with it, and the wife will not be happy. So what have I done? Well, as you can see, I've cut out the rough shape and layout of the board. Originally it was going to just be a very small terrain board for perhaps very low point games, but instead I thought, why not make it part of like a, I guess, tile style gaming board. So this will try and make universal, so it can attach to other boards and be part of something a lot bigger. So what you'll have is, this will be the first board, and then another board would come sort of here attached, and another one would be, a third one would be here, to make this long expanse of terrain. So what I've done is I've cut along here, along the middle is a trench. Here I've cut out gun emplacements, so for, say, I don't know, perhaps small heavy weapons teams, for perhaps 28mm games, or for 15mm actual proper guns, field guns could go there. I've done these nice big craters here just to sort of break up the monotony of it. It's also to prevent this from becoming sort of an unassailable fortress of sorts. So I've deliberately sort of shattered the defences here so that attacking forces can have a chance of breaking through. I don't imagine it would ever be too difficult to get through it, but you know, sometimes you may want to put barbed wire up, other anti-personnel, other anti-vehicle obstructions here and here, may make it a little bit more difficult for a person attacking to get through. So just little things like this help break it up, just give everyone a fair chance. Here I've got a sort of this road coming up and breaking through the trench, coming up here onto the ground, and then, as I say, onward on another board would be more terrain, so that you know, so this tanks could drive on from here perhaps onto the field of battle. And yeah, I've cut this just through and just try to make it all even and sort of differentiate this style of texture with this sort of more shattered ground effect. And then here, and here is just where small, like man pack gun teams could go, sort of like, you know, 50 calibers, stuff like that. This is more for sort of 15mm gaming, because I've measured those to size. Likewise, I've just done my finger in a bit of paste. That was clever, because some of this is still drying. Yeah, these little pits here are more for 15mm gaming, but 28mm you could perhaps stick something in there, I don't know. But yeah, so I was happy. I just cut it all out. The top of this was polystyrene, so it was very easy to cut through, very quick actually. Apart from actually cutting it, the most time-consuming part was cleaning it all up. So if you're using polystyrene, do be aware you will have to hoover it up. The coating is your bog standard all-purpose filler. You can get it from any DIY shop, any bargain shop. I couldn't afford to get, well, that's not actually true, I could afford, but they didn't have any tubs of the ready-made filler, which I'm actually quite glad about, because what happened was I think I maybe mixed up the powder wrong by adding water. I think instead of adding 2 parts powder to 1 part water, I added 2 parts water, 1 pound powder, or 1 part powder, or whatever. I did it wrong anyway, so it made it very liquidy, sort of creamy, and I was like, oh no, you know, I've completely, you know, ruined this already. But actually what happened was I used that, I painted it on just like you would, sort of like, I don't know, a base coat, and this gave the ground, sort of after it dried a little bit, gave the ground this nice texture for further stuff to stick onto, and also gave the polystyrene a bit of added sort of strength to it on the top. Then I took said creamy all-purpose filler outside, grabbed some sand, mixed that in until it was very thick, almost like a porridge, and then applied that. And what that's done is really nice, because it's made it, again, I was able to paint it on still. It wasn't as tough as, you know, just ordinary pasty ready-made filler, and I was just able to paint it on, as you see, and it was fantastic, because just taking the brush and just dabbing after it had been put on gave it this mushed up mud effect, which I love because that's exactly what I wanted. And then using just your ordinary trowel or sort of spatula or whatever it was, I then deliberately then smoothed out these sections to differentiate that. Then of course any rough edges, sort of very straight edges, which I didn't like, didn't look too organic. I then went around with just some ready-made filler that I had lying around and just touched those up. So you can see sort of here, these were very straight angles. I've just sort of again gone around there with my fingers, dabbed those out to give them a bit of texture. And yeah, that's sort of it so far. I need to get some more filler because what I need to do is I didn't have enough. I need to build up these craters around here. I need to build out the edges so it looks like someone's come in and then thrown all the earth up. I need to build up the edges of all the trenches just to make them look like the mud has been chucked out. Likewise, I need to give this ground here, I want to try and get track marks from tanks actually in there to make it look like it's been readily used. I want to actually make this feel like it's a living, breathing trench system, that battle hardened warriors are holding this. And yeah, just sort of from there really, just want to carry on from there, build it up more. I've got a load of flock, load of gravel and stuff like that I'm going to be using in it. I went actually at the DIY store that I was at, I found these textured paints which I'm very keen to try and get a couple of. They're about £6 a pop, but the fact that they're spray on, the fact they're textured, and the fact there are different kinds of stone, wood, etc. really makes me eager to try and get hold of them. Yeah, just to give them a go, see if they'll help. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys, really. So I hope you like what you've seen from part 2. It's changed quite a lot. And if you're doing this at home, I hope it's going well for you guys as well. Whatever way you're doing it, whether you're using sort of a similar style of a board, building up on top of it with polystyrene and then adding your detail, whether you're just making a bog standard board with a couple bits and pieces on it, perhaps some couple hills and stuff like that, some forests. I hope it's going well for you guys. I hope you're really, I hope you're enjoying it, because I'm really enjoying this. Actually, it's been really fun to see that it's not actually that hard to do. I was really worried this was going to be a proper challenge, but it's not. It's been really fun so far. So touch wood, that carries on. So yeah, next phase is just building up, adding that detail, and then once that's all added, then base painting it with black, and then working up from that. And now I shall probably show you guys another video of it with the extra detail added on. I want to put in a couple ruins, perhaps in these open areas, just to give infantry some more cover. And then after that I'll do probably one more video of it all painted up. And that will be that. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. The channel's getting a couple more subscribers, it's getting people commenting, stuff like that. Thank you very, very much for that. It's very kind. It's nice to see you guys getting involved, and just seeing you guys are watching it is a real really encouraging. So thank you very much, guys. So yeah, I'll see you again in the next video, and have fun. Excuse me, I'll die quietly after this video. Have fun if you're model making this weekend, and yeah, see you guys later. Bye bye.